Guys, interesting revelations, and a lot of people are really talking about it. From Very Dark Man, this is really busting a lot of people's bubbles. That is something I got to understand. And then, yes, Very Dark Man has been at the forerunner of this justice for Mohbad, from inception, and he also went to jail because of this. That is why now Very Dark Man don't take him upon himself to actually reveal that there are certain people really weaving the narrative. Although a lot of people called out Very Dark Man, say he's being paid, sponsored to actually change the narrative. But based on what is being revealed in the group chat that was formed by a certain group of people chaired by the likes of Iyabo Ojo, and we got Samklef, and we still got Tonto DK, Aloma DNW, and a lot of others. Based on their conversations in that group, a lot of people are now understanding that it be like say the person where with the suspect say now in them pay, not being them pay. That is what a lot of people are really talking about right now, that is trending on social media. Very Dark Man has actually made a lot of kind of I don't know how to say it. He has made a lot of allegations, and these allegations is left for the other parties to actually prove. First of all, he challenged them to post the screen recorded conversations in that WhatsApp group, that if they feel that he's lying, they should post. But we don't see any post from them. But these people have been coming out to actually type up something with ChatGPT and saying a lot of things about Very Dark Man. That is what we are really getting right now. This is quite interesting and a big shout out story. Now, on your own, what is your own take about the story? The Very Dark Man story is all interesting, and a lot of people are really getting interested in it. From the explanations and the conversations of Very Dark Man in, and then trying to reveal what they actually meant in that group. They already knew in 2020. Somebody already said it in 2020, and this is like in 2023. This is like 2025 now, that the nurse is going to fall for this. That is going to go with the nurse, that the nurse will be indicted in this whole thing. And fast forward to 2025, the nurse true now they can't blame everything on. So now a lot of us are getting confused that these people, is it that they masterminded the whole thing and then made it to play out so that we go to see things like the way they want us to see it? But thank God for the lives of Very Dark Man that had opposing will and also questions that actually shook the internet at the time. But a lot of people joined to really thwart his efforts and frustrate him, and then his noodles was actually posted online. But that one not work, because he got to repost it on Twitter and said, if you want to watch my noodles, go and watch it on this link. But you see this justice for Mohbad, I go follow him to the latter. And that is what this young man is actually following to the latter right now. A lot of people are being indicted daily by this whole story. That is something I got to understand. We got the lies of Samklef actually coming up with a lot of reports, a lot of stories, a lot of ranting, and saying a lot of things on social media. Now, a lot of us are beginning to understand that Sam Larry and Naira Marley, though allegations that they bullied him and some reports that they bullied him, yes, they did. But who buy Mohbad? That is the question a lot of people are really asking. But when some certain people ask that question, they come to kind of reckon with the forces, like, why they ask such question? When you say make them do DNA as a standard of investigation, some people will say they don't need DNA. That is really disturbing. Not only in Nigeria, I see those things, we know they need those things. We really act on settlement. We use settlement to actually prosecute person. That is why a lot of innocent people are being put to jail. A lot of people are being sent to death, and all those kind of things, because of sentiment, because some people are being shielded. how corrupt is the police. And Very Dark Man also made known that I even paid 20 million naira to get the screen recording of this WhatsApp group. Now, then they ask themselves, among themselves, within themselves, outside themselves, who snitched? That is what they are really asking. I think a lot is going to get twisted at the end of the day. Some people are going more down, down, down. At the end of the day, after the revelation of this by Very Dark Man, some of our celebrities will not go respect them again. That is something I still believe. But what is your own take about all of these stories? Because the story is coming in from Very Dark Man, is all loud on social media, and a lot of people are now responding to that. I think that is a big, interesting news out there. But some people that will hear I'm sure for this full story, that is something I kind of understand from this good feat. What are your own takes? Is Very Dark Man doing the right thing or the wrong thing? You have to put that in the comment section. And then, Queen Mother, you got to prove yourself if your hand they innocent, because it is being said in law, he who comes to equity must come in clean hands. If your hands the ocha, you got nothing to fear at all. That is something I have. You got no explanation for anybody. You don't need to dey explain tire and all those things. Samklef, if your hands clean, you don't need to dey explain at all. Allow the man begin post all those things out. But if your hand not clean, now be say you be bad person. Oh, that is something I got to understand about this. And a lot of people are now responding to that, and some people are still asking the question, how Very Dark Man they get? According to him, he said he paid over 20 million to get this that is being given to us right here. Everybody get their price. That is why this WhatsApp group thing, you got to be careful about it, because they go fit rope you in. You go to discuss the agenda of others and the blueprints of others, and you not know. That is one thing I'm getting in here right now that is quite disturbing at the time. Now, some people are really, really coming out to say, Very Dark Man, you be FBI for real. Because for you to get this kind of information at this crucial time right now, I think is a loud one, and it's going to be a long ride for a lot of persons. What are your own takes about the story? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that you can have a take on what you feel.